Jerry Forrest. Jerry, what up? You got to unmute yourself, champ. Oh, nice hat. Nice hat.
Got to unmute, champ.
Yo, what's up?
What up, champ? What up, man? Listen, we just made our official picks. I'm picking you. I said that I'm hoping you're going to try and capitalize off that momentum of the Big Bang fight, but I know that was a long time ago now. But yeah, man, I mean, are you going to take advantage of this opportunity? Pulev is older than you.
He's 40. Well, you know, I fought Michael Hunter in December.
I know. I seen that.
So it's like, I'm definitely hot. I know what I possess. Pulev, the only difference between Pulev and Michael Hunter and all these guys is he's actually an old school skilled fighter. And in the heavyweight division, old school is still dangerous because, you know, old people don't lose their power. So I'm not taking him lightly. I'm gonna do what I do. I mean, you know, anybody that's ever seen me fight, they know what I possess. So it's like, with me being me, I'm gonna handle business.
Nice. So that was a huge win over Hunter. Or at least a lot of people thought you should have got the win over Hunter. And I know most people are treating it that way. But that's two back-to-back decisions that didn't go your way, man. How do you I remember interviewing you, I think, before the Big Bang fight. You were saying how no one in the heavyweight divisions trains as hard as you. You were so motivated and so excited about, you know, just fighting and the fact that you had been kind of doing it full time now and putting your all into it. But now you get two back-to-back, you know, decisions that are probably hard to live with. How do you remain motivated and, you know, pumped up as you were all those months back then?
Honestly, man, I'm still on my high horse because of people like you.
Okay.
Good people in the world. The one thing I say, you can't deny truth. So after the fight, I would say I have a reset mindset for sure anyway. So it's kind of like after the fight, I want another fight. I want to prove that I can redo this, you know what I'm saying? Because I just got cheated. But at the same time, man, I get, thousands of letters. Keep pushing. You won the fight. Man, way to show resilience. Way, you know what I'm saying? You inspired me to do it. So it's like with what I'm tasked with as a person, it's my duty to still do this. It's my duty it's my job to everybody out there to help make them believe. You know what I'm saying? And if I quit, there may be somebody out there that quits in life, go do something stupid. So a lot like me, man, I want everybody out there to just push and pump. You know, there's nothing that I can't do. There's nothing I can't handle. So regardless of being cheated, draws, whatever, I know who I am. So the next fight is gonna always be better. I've gotten bigger and bigger paychecks every fight. And I just stay true to the game, and it's going to keep working out for me.
Well, you spoke about it, so now I'm curious. I don't need a dollar number, but did they at least, and by they, I mean the networks and the people that offered you the fight, did they at least treat you as if you won coming into this fight?
I can tell you this, no lie. I've been getting treated like I won for the last, 4 or 5 years. Truthfully.
Okay. That's good.
That's why I say I'm never depressed or anything about the fight. Last fight, Michael Hunter, after the fight, execs from Thriller were like, yo, we like what you did. We're going to see you back again. You get what I'm saying? So no matter how bad the loss is, no matter, you know what I'm saying, the controversy, people know and they see it. And that's who respect it. And that's what keeps me motivated. Like I said, I've gotten a bigger person every fight, you know, so you know, most guys get a draw or loss and they take a step back. Whereas me, I accelerate, and I feel like that's in full contrast to what I do. You know, I win the fight and people want to see me fight again. So that's a plus to Jerry Forrest.
So I feel like I remember Pulev doing a triad fight, right? Since the AJ fight, he did one of those triad fights.
Yeah, he fought Frank Mir in November or December or something like that.
Okay.
I don't count that shit. Yes.
So outside of that, he hasn't been in the ring since the AJ fight back in 2020.
AJ stopped him.
Do you feel like you're at an advantage because of that?
Definitely. Okay. I mean, realistically, there's something that we just have to be honest about. He hasn't fought in 2 years. He's 41, 42 years old, very skilled. very knowledgeable, very crafty, and he's strong. So in the heavyweight division, he's not counted out. But I just know what I possess, and that's the tenacity, that's the intensity, the know-how, the will. So I just feel like Zing's Elite, Michael Hunter. When I impose my will, when I impose what I want to, when you see the work, when you feel the punches, it changes things. And from like I said, from 2017, 18 to now, anybody that I've hit with the jab, I start to freeze them. They don't want to come in as much. Michael Hunter catching them with the two, freezing them. I feel that I'm too good of a fighter to just let someone beat me. But Pulev is definitely probably one of my best challenges to date, if not the best, because he's very skilled.
Do you he likes to kind of leave that lead hand out to kind of stiff arm you back. And I know, again, from our previous interview, you said that heavyweights don't train like you. Do you still feel that way? Are you still training in a manner where I can expect you to push the pace?
Heck no. No, of course. Nah, I just told someone just now, it's not a fact of what I do. It's the way I move. The difference between me and a lot of people is this. When I'm at home, my wife will tell you I'm not in the bed at 4 a.m. Straight up. My wife is like, sometimes she'll be like, you ain't got to fight. Like, what, why are you even up? Like, why are you about to go to the gym? So I say that to say it's a process for me. You know what I mean? I made a promise to myself. If I can quit the shipyard, provide better for my family with boxing, I'm going to dedicate my life to boxing. So I don't owe boxing anything, but I owe boxing everything. So it's up to me to provide for my family through this. You know what I mean? I left a very comfortable job to do what I love. So it is bigger than a job to me. It's also a duty. It's a task for my family. It's something that I love that I've been able to bless financially for my family. So I take that part very serious. And that's what keeps me pushing and motivated. I know no one else is getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning when they don't have to train to go run and work out. And that's where I slowly start to separate myself. It's the Kobe Bryant theory. If I do so much that when the guys start training, they'll never catch up to me.
For sure. So were there other options other than Pulev, or was he the only option offered?
Always options. Zing Lee didn't have to fight him. I wanted to. Michael Hunter, I took that fight in a week because I was fighting Joe Jones, one of the bigger challenge. Pulev, I had a fight scheduled July, Hall of Fame fight, A-side. Pulev don't have nobody to fight. Let's rock. I want the best. And if they won't fight me, then I'll take whoever will fight me. That's very good.
For sure. So, Danny, go ahead and jump in while I pull up this post. We usually let our listeners know that you're going to be coming on. I'm pretty sure we have a post for the public for you.
Jerry, I had the pleasure of being in Miami, seeing you in the Big Bang fight. Very exciting fight, a fight that, I felt and a lot others felt that you won, and it was just crazy because of the turnaround. I want to highlight that because you highlighted your resiliency in that fight. Talk about that, because down rounds 1, 2, and 3, and then to come back and just take that fight over and get a draw. Like, that is insane. Just talk about your resiliency in the ring and outside of the ring as well.
Like I said, my family fuels me. A lot of people joke about what they do. I don't post my workouts because I'm actually working out. You know what I'm saying? I don't have 5, 10 people with me. Like, my coach is asleep when I'm grinding at nighttime. You know what I mean? My homeboys asleep. I don't call no one, hey man, meet me at the gym. I wake up and I go do this. I just feel like I take that part a lot more serious than everybody else. It's easy to say, man, I'm gonna wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, I'm gonna go run. It's easy to say I'm gonna wake up, I drop my daughter to school at 9 o'clock, I'm gonna go to the gym after that. It's easy to say it, but doing it is another thing. I feel I do a little bit more than everybody else. I'm not going to tell you that I'm the hardest. Like, I'm not going to tell you I go hard 24/7. That's got to be a lie. But what I do, keep it constant. I keep it consistent, and I keep it perfect. Anything that I do, like I said, I stay true to it. And I've been true to boxing, and it's paid off. I've been counted out But like I said, every fight's been a bigger payday. Uh, every fight, you know what I'm saying? I've had a little bit more of leniency with the fans growing. People want to see me more. So it's kind of like you get the draw, you get the loss. You have more followers, you have more fans. You're getting a bigger payday, and you're still getting to fight the guys that you want to fight. So for me, I just feel like even with the losses, people are starting to really notice, like, this guy can really fight. Like, he's really a problem in this division.
Absolutely.
So, Jerry, obviously with your draw to Michael Hunter, it's been rumored, or I guess it's official now, that he's fighting Hughie Fury. What's your thoughts?
Man, neither one of them bums wanted to fight. Nah, I mean, we try to fight Hughie before Michael. Man, I don't even want to talk about that. Yo, they be playing, bro. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Man, they be playing. Yo, Zingze Lee about to fight Philip Heckovic. I think that fell out too. Man, people, they fight who they want to fight. And I don't blame them. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not even being funny. I wouldn't want to fight somebody like me. I'm just keeping it real. And it's because once you know what you've been doing in training and you know that somebody's coming to take your head off, willing to die in the ring, it's different. You know what I'm saying? Like I approach it differently. Like you see the resilience from Zingze Lee, any of them. I'm willing to go all the way. I'm a pushy. If I can't make it out the ring at the end of the fight, that's what it is. A lot of them guys ain't going for that. You know what I'm saying? Zingze Lee with my resilience. He wasn't prepared to die. For real. I mean, I hate to say it like that, but it's just real. Like, I'm going to go back into the line of fire every time I'm going to take it straight up. You know what I'm saying? Guy like Zingze Lee, he ain't got what I got. He don't protest what I got. So the resilience in me is what I know. Like, I know he ain't running at 4 o'clock in the morning. I know he ain't doing the workout at 12. I know he ain't going back to the gym at 4. I know he ain't going back to the gym sometime at 9 or 10 o'clock at night. Still going back to the gym at 2 o'clock in the morning. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I'm doing what they ain't doing, and that's what makes me the animal that I am. You know what I'm saying? That's what gives me that dog, that edge. And with that, I just know that I can pump. The guys went to the hospital because I took too much out of them. From water, Michael Hunter throwing up in the joint. You know what I'm saying? Zingze Lee, 2 weeks in the hospital. They're not prepared to do what I do. So if guys don't believe that I train
2 weeks? You tried to slide that in. He was in the hospital 2 weeks after your fight. Come on.
Kidney failure, liver failure, all kind of shit.
Damn, I gotta check in with Sean George. I didn't know Zhang was in there that long. Sheesh.
Yeah, that's my little deal with that. It was he got out for like a week and then he went back in. But we got the call that he was good after a while and all that. So, of course, you know what I'm saying, I was still checking up on him, of course, you know what I'm saying, every couple of days and things like that nature. So, yeah. But nah, he's good. He's fine.
Jerry, so speaking of your resiliency, you beat Pulev this weekend. You know, people are going to say, oh, well, you know, he's old. Or they're going to be like, oh, well, you're coming off 2 draws. So what fight or what type of fight do you think is necessary to prove to the world, you know, what some of us hardcores have been seeing?
Honestly, that's the question I've been trying to figure out. It's one thing to want to fight everybody. It's another thing to want people to fight you. And then it's another thing to win the crowd over. So you got to look at, with me, I'm fighting 3 different things. It's easy for me to say I want to fight the best. What if the best don't want to fight me? Which is what they don't, you know? Like I said, Hugo Fury turned it down. I mean, it's just crazy how you put everything into it. And the guys that really grind aren't always rewarded. You know, I feel like a lot of guys that train in the shadows, we don't get the look because we're not signed to the big promoters. I feel like I'm changing that a little bit with how I fight, with what I'm doing, you know. So it's working for me, but it's a slow pace. But I will say that, like I said, it's adequate because I'm where I deserve to be. You know, this win right here, and like y'all guys said, I'm right there in the mix with world champions. So I'm ready for it. I definitely think that this is going to be the fight before I fight a major fight.
Already on your record, obviously you're coming off that Michael Hunter fight. Like Nestor said, the world felt that you won that fight, at least a vast majority of it. But that now has it 1 draw, one draw and 1 loss to Michael Hunter. Is that a fight that you would want to do a 3rd time at some point in your career?
I'll say this, I'll fight anybody I fought before. I'll fight him 100 times. They can't beat me. That would be up to them. Like I said, it's not fights aren't really up to me. It's more so who will fight me. My manager called me today. My promoter called me today. Hey, it's this, and this. Whoever will fight. I'm not picky, man. You give me some names, I want them all. I know who I am. I know what I possess. If you look at my last fights, I'm not really outboxed. It's very hard to outbox me. Very hard to beat my jab. So with the fundamentals I have, the way I step, the way I move, Michael Hunter throwing him to the left hand, killing him. Zhang Li hit him, uppercuts, hooks. I'm gonna adapt to the way you fight, and once I adapt to you, you're in trouble. If you can't adapt to me, if you can't outstep me, you can't outjab me, you can't outpower me, you can't outthink me, you're just swimming in water. A guy like Pulev is very skilled, but I think he's gonna be swimming in water.
All right, Jay, I got a few questions here from the people. First one looks like it's coming from Ruin 504, New Orleans. Says, He says, what does a win over an unranked opponent who's coming off a loss gonna do for your career?
Boost my career. So he was world ranked. So people that not in boxing, what they don't realize is that when you retire, you don't lose your rankings. You just go, you're retired. It's just called inactive. So basically, after this fight, his last fight was Joshua's championship fight. So he'll automatically place probably in the top 20 because of the win. I'll be in the top 20 something too. Well, probably top 10 because of the win. But yeah, that's how it works. Because he's fought those high profile fights. It's for anyone. Guys always ask, why guys sometimes rank higher than me. Depending on what fights you have fought, that's what's going to equal out once you have the next fight. So he's inactive right now, yes, but people have to realize this was a man that was number 1, number 2 in the world for years. You know what I mean? So when after that fight, he's going to activate up. He'll probably be in the top 10 in the world, probably. I mean, he's not a slouch. He's just older.
All right. I got James Valdez from San Antonio, Texas. Would you ever consider reffing a fight that is put on? So we do an exhibition. We do exhibition matches, and basically he wants you to be our ref for our Border Wars series. And if not be a ref, maybe a commentator.
Oh, man. Hey, look, let's talk about it. I'm with it. I love talking shit and looking at fights, man. I come out there to the street beefs and stuff sometime by where we're at, Baltimore and DC. So, yeah, man, let me know, man. We can make that happen for sure. I'm definitely with that. I love seeing the craft.
I got Dom in Seattle that says, what's up, champ? Good job in your last fights. Keep running over these wimps. So no question, just a statement. We got New York Bullet that says, what's up, champ? Who were some of the legends you looked up to that inspired you to box? Blessings.
Man. Sam Wells, Willie Langford, man. I mean, all of the old greats, man. Ali, Ali for what he did for boxing and for humanity. Archie Moore, Sugar Ray Leonard, Sugar Ray Robinson, all the greats. For me, if you were fighting in a time where either you were persecuted for being black or it was an unfair time as far as living, and you showed the resilience and you made it out, whether it's Joe Louis, whether it's Jack Johnson, those are the guys that I like to look at their stories over and over. I like to see their stories. I just had a joint with Sean Porter. Love watching guys like Sean Porter. I love the resilience. A lot of guys fight off of know-how. A lot of guys fight off of heart. I do a little bit of both. So with me being skilled and I train so that I'm even better, I like to watch guys that are kind of like in the same position as me, that are hungry like me, but don't get that fair shot. So that's pretty much who I look up to, though. But yeah, not a lot of new school guys, but definitely a lot of the old school guys, a lot of the old school heavyweights. Definitely learned a lot from them.
James Benitez in Huntsville, Alabama says, do you feel Deontay Wilder is done after his last loss over Tyson Fury?
He's only done if you want to be done. This boxing thing is mental. If he's not mentally into it, then yeah, he's done. Or he may take a fight just for the money. But if the thing about boxing, you can be in the best shape of your life. You can have all the camps. If you are not mentally checked in, you're gonna have a problem. So I feel that's what Deontay Wilder is. He has to evaluate what he wants to do for him and his family. Whatever's best for him and his family, that's the option that he should go with. If he loves boxing still, then have a passion for it. But if he wants to step away from it, the man's made $60-70 million. No one can be mad at him. I mean, that man created a life for his wife and family, his daughter. So, yeah, if he is gone, he's gone. But I think he'll be back.
Last one here is from Amin in Essex. Says, peace, champ, salute. Bad news, VA. Any chance of you fighting Johnny Rice in the battle of the upset specialists?
Nah. That's like I said before. That's all up to them. I will fight anyone, everyone, anywhere, anytime. It's up to them and their promoters, their handlers, to really take me serious and come and get some.
Jerry, but if you look impressive, in the ring and you're on a platform like the one you'll be on Saturday night, why not call one of these guys out?
Because they won't do it. Like, so, y'all know how it go. Like, I can call all day long. I can call out Anthony Joshua. That man's not gonna fight me because of what I know from behind the scenes. I know who will potentially fight and who won't. The best I can say without sounding biased is that because of who I am, it's less bang for your buck.
Yep.
So you have to look at, they'll outbid themselves with me just so that we don't have to fight. So it's gonna always sound good, but there's so many loopholes that, you know what I'm saying, if they don't want to fight, they're never gonna fight. And that's just what it is. So that's what I'm dealing with. It sounds good to say you gotta make them fight. It's not old school anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you can call these guys out all day, they ain't gonna fight. You know, and we have talked with, and trust me, we have talked to the promoters, their managers. You know, this isn't me saying, oh, like that's what I'm saying. Like we done had Hugo Fury people on the phone this year. We good. You know what I'm saying? So we've tried to maneuver everyone, bro. Trust me, we called everybody, and a lot of guys just don't want to smoke, man.
But that's because you're calling dudes ahead of you, right?
Yeah.
Because
and, go ahead, sorry.
I'm assuming with your relationship with Lou DiBella, obviously you being promoted by him and him now having a stronger friendship with ESPN, you've been offered some ESPN fights.
Yeah, that's why I said life ain't bad. I'm definitely making the good money for it. But along with the good money, I just want the good fights. I mean, a fight with Anthony Joshua, you get what I'm saying? That outside of the money is what changes your life. You get what I'm saying? So even for a fight like that, I'm not worried about the before money. You get me? All of these fights I've had, I ain't never worried about the before money. I always get that after money, you know? So the next fight's going to always be better. So, I mean, you know, a fight like Joshua, you prove yourself, the next fight is just a bigger fight. And that's all it is for me. I am ready to fight and face anyone after this fight. They just have to be ready and willing to face me also.
Are you going to be able to get them in the ring, though?
I can't. I tell you what, I can't name drop, but yeah. After this fight, I tell you what, after this fight, who I'll be fighting most likely next, more than worth it, more than an opponent. And if you, I'm gonna have to holler at you off camera.
For sure.
But yeah. Now we definitely got. I just can't drop the name publicly right now. But yeah. Got some stuff.
For sure. Well, Jerry, man, please give out your social media for anybody that isn't following you can do so. And we look forward to your fight, man. And once you're done, we would love to get you back. Oh. All right, you're back.
Sorry. Yeah, definitely, man. Jerry Forrest KO, JerryForrest.KO.
Oh, and he's gone again.
I think somebody calling him.
My manager's calling. They keep calling me back to back. But yeah, JaredForrest.ko and Instagram, Facebook, Jared Slugger Forrest. Contact me, send me your request. I answer back and I follow back.
Nice too. All right, Jerry, man, thank you for once again. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, up and coming contender Jerry Forrest.
Yo, if you enjoyed the video, feel free to hit the like, subscribe, and share. As always, if you want to support us to the next level, head over to the patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice. We have tons of exclusive from Border Wars, entitled betting shows. The list goes on and on and on. But in addition to that, if you guys have questions for fighters, trainers, and promoters, this is where you can submit them. We will run out, get these questions answered, and put it back on the show just for you guys. Appreciate it. Peace.